Good morning, children. So let's continue with our lesson. Lesson number 3, Bravo Manju. If you remember, we left over there where the parents were having the conversation and Manjula overheard the conversation. Father said those heartbreaking words, with those hands of hers, she'll never become an artist. All these words were not totally made. When Manjula heard, she totally made up her mind that she's going to never think about painting. She had given it up this way, and the next day when she entered in the kitchen asking her mother for help, her mother also noticed. Glimpsing means noticing the pain in her eyes. When she noticed, even the brother was not at all happy with this decision that she's not going to continue with painting. I thought you would enter the on the spot painting competition in November at my school. You would have easily bagged the first prize. This way, you could have easily won that prize. Manjula was through with art. Manjula totally had given it up. She had given it up for good, however much it hurt, however much, and she thought she'll never do painting again. Manjula, her mother's voice reached her from far away. Mama was calling her. Will you give me a hand? Will you give me a hand means will you help me? Your papa is going to Mumbai next week. I have to take out his suit from the trunk. And she called her for some help. Manjula helped her mother take down the steel trunk. Mrs. Parelkar opened it and then shut it again. She turned to Manju decisively. The thing was better Mrs. Parelkar has not called for help. She wanted to talk to Manju because Manju was hiding herself. Manju, I would like to talk to you. I would like to talk to you. Here she wanted to talk. Mother, please, interrupted the girl. Her dark eyes burning, almost was feeling like crying. Don't, because she does not want to talk more about painting. Mrs. Parelkar gripped her daughter firmly, hold her daughter firmly by her shoulders and looked her straight in the eyes. Her voice firm with determination, she said, and with full of determination and strong, those positive vibrations, she said, don't give in. Don't leave your passion. Manju, there is so much in you that other girls don't have. Usually our parents are encouraging by these words. Don't compare yourself with any other girl or any other child. The things which you have, the others are not having. So let it come up. Show it to the world. Even if you have to fight, fight Manju, fight. So these are the turning words now. This was really very inspiring for Manju. But the turning point will be there now. So let's start reading it very carefully. Manju's throat was thick with tears, almost as if she was about to cry. She turned away from her mother and dashed to her room, ran to her room, flinging herself, throwing herself on the bed and burying her face in the pillow. She just hid her face under the pillow. When at last she sat up, her eyes fell on a newspaper cutting on the table. And there was no one. She sat up. She saw one newspaper cutting on the table. Strange, she thought. I didn't give in there. I didn't keep it there, and she thought that she has not kept it there. Puzzled, she picked it up and read, Playing football with artificial feet. This bold heading was as if screaming at her. And this was really, see the heading, Playing football with artificial feet. This could not be easy. In New Hampshire, this was the place, she read on, Richard Blanger. So this is the new character for you, so please circle it. Richard Blanger, who had lost his feet in a train accident, decided to play football with artificial feet. So this person was there, this boy was there, and even despite this kind of problem that he had lost his feet in a train accident, he decided to continue with his passion to play football. His coach thought it was ridiculous, silly. It was very silly to even think about playing football. His parents didn't like it, but Blanger stuck to it. But he was very determined and made it to Nasuha team as a defender. Then also he proved himself by being in that Nasuha team as a defender, as the front players. So after reading this, Manjula dropped the clipping. What a brave boy, she thought. He didn't give it up. He didn't even give up. Even after, despite so many people said so many words, he played on despite what other people said. Perhaps her mother was right, if you remember those words. Fight, Manju, fight. She said to fight on like Richard Blanger. Manjula walked over to her cupboard, hunted through the pile of clothes and pulled out her colors and brushes. You remember she hid all those things, no, in the farthest corner of the cupboard. Again, she hunted. Hunted here means search. He searched all those things again. On the day of on the spot painting competition, shortly after the breakfast, her brother Amol said, I am off, Ma. Ratan and I are helping at the entrance gate. Might be his friend and Amol, they both were there in the decoration team. So he told that I am and Ratan and I, we are going to school because we are there in the decoration team. They are expecting a big crowd. Turning to Manjula, he said casually, in that casual approach, Pity you aren't coming. Very sad that you are not coming. I'm sure you would have won a prize, otherwise, you could have won the prize. I'm sure because you are such a talented girl. See the line, I might still win one. Manjula replied as casually as she could. In that casual approach, even she replied, That might be still I can. Manju, does that mean that you are participating? Amol was so excited, jumped up and hugged Manjula, and he jumped and hugged Manjula for that excitement. I knew you would do it. I'm sure you wouldn't give in. And Amol was saying that you really are you are so determined, girl. How can you leave? How can you give up? Manjula freed her hands and answered softly, If Richard Blanger could do it, why not Manjula Parelkar? So this was very important, really so touching line. If Richard can do, why can't Manjula Parelkar? Her brother looked at her, a broad smile spread over his face because Amol was the only person, the one who kept that newspaper cutting on the table. Richard Blanger? Mrs. Parelkar asked, surprised. Who is Richard Blanger? Richard Blanger, spoke Manjula and her brother together, plays football with artificial feet. Isn't that something? So they both spoke the same line, and that was so inspiring. So this story is really very, very inspiring for learning something in the life. Thank you, bete. God bless you.